Hello there, and welcome to English Alley. And in this video, I want to walk you through an easy and natural way to talk about yourself in English. I know from experience that a lot of English learners feel uncomfortable or even stressed when someone suddenly asks, "Can you tell me about yourself?" That question can feel big, but do not worry. Today, I am going to break it down and make it simple. To make everything clearer, I will use my own life as an example. I will share things like my name, where I come from, my family background, my daily habits, what I enjoy doing in my free time, the kind of work I do, and even my goals for the future. I will explain all of this using easy, everyday English. While you listen, I encourage you to repeat after me, write a few notes, and think about how you would describe your own life in English. This kind of practice really helps you speak better and feel more confident. So let us start this English learning journey together. Chapter 1, Basic Information. Hi, my name is Ang. I am from the country of Myanmar, which I think is a very beautiful place. I was born there, I grew up there, and it will always be my home. Myanmar is rich in culture and tradition, and the people are warm, friendly, and respectful. I am proud to come from there. Right now, I am in my 20s. Like many young adults, I am still figuring things out and learning something new every single day. I work in the field of information technology. To be more specific, I am an information technology help desk technician. That means my job is to support people when they have problems with their computers, internet connections, or other technical systems. Some days, I check networks. Other days, I fix system errors or look for solutions when technology stops people from doing their jobs properly. The work can be busy and sometimes stressful, but I actually enjoy it. I like solving problems, and I like learning how things work. On top of my regular job, I also have a personal project that is very important to me. I started a YouTube channel called Read and Learn English. I created this channel because I want to help people improve their English in a way that feels simple, friendly, and enjoyable. I truly believe that learning English can change lives. It can help you find better job opportunities, meet people from different countries, and even travel the world. That is why I want to help others learn, just like I am still learning myself every day. When I introduce myself to someone, I keep it short and easy. I usually say something like, "Hi, my name is Ang. I am from Myanmar. I work in information technology, and I also run a YouTube channel where I help people learn English." That is all. It is clear, simple, and honest. When people hear that, they often ask follow-up questions. That is great because it helps the conversation continue naturally. Knowing how to share basic information is very important, especially when you meet someone new or talk in English for the first time. Common questions include things like, "What is your name? Where are you from? What do you do for work? How old are you? What are you working on right now?" You do not need to say everything at once. Just speak clearly, stay relaxed, and tell the truth. That is more than enough. People usually respect the effort you make, even when your English is not perfect. I have learned that most folks are kind when they see you trying. When someone asks me what I do for work, I usually smile and say something like, "I help people fix information technology problems, and I also enjoy making videos to teach English. That short answer tells them a lot about who I am. It shows that I have goals, and it shows that helping others matters to me. Your basic information is like your first handshake with the world. It is how people first get to know you. That is why it is a good idea to practice talking about these things in English until you feel relaxed and confident. Always remember this: your story matters. Even simple facts like your name, your country, or your job can be meaningful and powerful when you share them honestly. So if someone ever asks you, "Can you tell me about yourself?" you can answer in a calm and clear way. You might say, "My name is Ang. I am from Myanmar. I work in information technology, and I enjoy reading, learning, and sharing English with other people." That is a strong, simple, and confident way to start a conversation. Now let us move on to Chapter 2, Family and Background. At the moment, I live by myself, but my heart is always close to my family. I come from a small village in Myanmar, a place that shaped who I am today. Life in the village is nothing like life in the city. It is calm, quiet, and close to nature. People wake up early, put in a full day of hard work, and live in a simple, honest way. My family are farmers. We grow rice, which is one of the most important foods in our country. Ever since I was a child, I watched my parents work tirelessly in the fields. My father wakes up before the sun comes up to check on the crops. My mother takes care of the home, and she also spends long hours helping out on the farm. They are strong, patient, and kind people, and I learned many important life lessons just by watching how they lived. At our home, we also had jasmine plants. In the evenings, the flowers would open, and their soft, sweet scent would spread through the air. After school, I often helped my parents pick the flowers. People walking past our house at night would sometimes stop, smile, and enjoy the smell. That memory has stayed with me, clear and warm in my heart. I grew up alongside my brothers and sisters. We did not have a lot of money or many things, but we had each other, and that was enough. We played simple games, shared household chores, and always sat down together for meals. Those moments taught me the value of family, patience, and togetherness. Back in my village, we did not have fast internet or large shopping centers. Life was simple in that way. But what we did have was love, strong traditions, and close relationships with our neighbors. The village is still not developed even now. There is no direct road to the city, so traveling takes time and effort. Even with very few modern facilities, that village gave me a strong foundation for my life. Living there taught me important lessons. I learned how to be patient, how to treat people with respect, and how to work hard every day. Those lessons stayed with me. Today, I live far away from my family because of my job. I work in the field of information technology in another place, and I am focused on growing my career. Even so, I talk to my parents often. I call them, check on them, and share my life with them. When holidays come, I always try to go back home to visit. When I see my parents smile and sit down to eat my mother's home-cooked meals, I feel calm, happy, and safe again. Moments like that remind me where I come from. Talking about your family and your background is a great way to share your story in English. You do not need complicated sentences. You can say simple things like, I live alone now, but I grew up in a village. My parents are farmers. I have brothers and sisters. We grew rice and jasmine plants. My village is peaceful, but it is not developed. These kinds of sentences are easy to use, and they help people understand your background. Your past is not only about a place on the map. It is also about the people who shaped your values, your habits, and the way you think. In my case, my parents taught me the importance of hard work and kindness. My village showed me what community really means. Now, even though I live in a new place and work in a different field, I still carry those lessons with me every day. I am proud of where I come from. My roots remind me of who I am and how I became this person. So when you talk about yourself in English, do not forget to mention your family and the place where you grew up. It tells your journey, and that journey matters. Every day, I follow a routine that helps me stay focused and keep moving forward. I try my best to make each day useful and full of purpose. My daily routine is simple, nothing fancy, but it matters a lot to me. It gives my life structure and keeps me pointed toward my goals. Most mornings, I wake up early. I usually open my eyes around 6:30 in the morning. The room is quiet and everything feels calm. The sun is just beginning to rise, and the day feels fresh. I take a short moment to stretch my body and feel thankful for a new day. After that, I get out of bed and head to the bathroom to wash my face and brush my teeth. The cold water wakes me up quickly and helps me feel clean and alert. Once that is done, I drink a full glass of water. It may seem like a small habit, but it helps keep my body healthy. Then I sit down to read, which is one of the most meaningful parts of my day. I truly enjoy reading books. Reading helps me think more clearly, learn new ideas, and feel calm inside. Most days, I read for about 30 minutes. I like books about personal growth, learning English, and sometimes emotional stories that touch the heart. While I read, I often come across ideas that help me in my own life or inspire content for my YouTube channel. After reading, I move on to writing, which is my second favorite activity of the day. I spend this time writing scripts for my YouTube channel, read and learn English. Writing is not always easy, but I still enjoy the process. I sit at my desk, turn on my laptop, and begin typing. I think carefully about what English learners need, what will help them understand better, and how to explain things in a clear and interesting way. Some days, I write lessons about speaking English more confidently. Other days, I write motivational stories. My goal is always the same, to make learning English simple, meaningful, and enjoyable. I usually write for 1 or 2 hours. While I work, I play soft music in the background to help me concentrate. Sometimes I stop and read my writing out loud. This helps me hear how it sounds and notice if something needs to be clearer. I want every sentence to be useful and easy to understand. I always imagine someone listening, learning, and improving. Thinking about that makes me feel good. After I finish writing, I get ready for my main job. I work as an information technology help desk technician. That means I help people fix problems with their computers, networks, and systems. Before my workday begins, I check my schedule and look for any support tickets or urgent issues that need attention. I put on simple clothes and prepare myself mentally for the day. My workday usually starts at 900 in the morning. I log into the system, check the network status, and read any reports left by the night shift, so I know what needs to be handled first. After that, I jump into my work for the day. A lot of the time, I am helping people who cannot get online or who keep losing their internet connection. Other times, I fix problems inside different software programs. If someone is stuck, I walk them through the steps one by one until things start working again. I often have to explain technical stuff in a very simple way, especially for people who are not comfortable with computers. In this job, patience is not optional. It is a must. And honestly, I like what I do. It is not only about repairing systems or clicking the right buttons. It is also about helping people feel calm and confident when they use technology. When a person finally says, "Thank you, it is working now," I feel proud. I know I help make their day smoother, and that gives my work real meaning. Between support requests, I keep learning. Technology moves fast, so I cannot stay the same. I have to keep up. I watch short videos, read articles, and write down notes. I try to learn at least one new thing every day, whether it is about networks, software tools, or computer security. That habit helps me grow and move forward in my information technology career. When lunchtime comes, I take a short break. I usually eat something simple and healthy. And a lot of the time, while I am eating, I listen to an English podcast or a motivational talk. I believe small moments matter. Even a lunch break can be a chance to learn something useful. In the afternoon, I go back to my help desk duties. Some days are extremely busy. The phone rings nonstop, and emails keep coming in one after another. Still, I try to stay calm. I focus on one issue at a time. I ask the right questions, listen closely, and work to understand the real problem, not just the surface problem. Some fixes are quick. Others take longer and require more effort. But I do not quit. I keep going until I find a solution. Most days, my work ends around 5:30 in the evening. After that, I give myself a little time to rest. I might lie down, close my eyes, or watch something light just to relax my brain. Once I feel better, I move into something creative. Sometimes I go back to writing for my YouTube channel. Other times, I plan new video ideas or read comments from viewers. I like staying connected with the people who watch my videos because it reminds me why I started. Later in the evening, I usually take a short walk. That walk helps clear my mind. I stroll around my neighborhood and think about my day, what went well, what I learned, and what I want to improve tomorrow. Those walks feel like personal reflection time, and they help me reset. After I get back, I eat dinner. Then I might watch a short English video or do a little more reading. If I feel tired, I let myself rest. I do not try to force productivity every minute of the day. To me, balance is important. Learning and rest should go together. Right before bed, I write a few lines in my journal. I write what I did, how I felt, and what I am grateful for. It is a small habit, but it helps me sleep peacefully. It reminds me that I am moving forward little by little, doing my best step by step. At the end of the day, I usually turn off the lights around 10:30 in the evening. I lie down, close my eyes, and take a few deep breaths. In that quiet moment, I think about my dreams and the goals I am working toward. I remind myself why I put in the effort every day. I want to help people learn English. I want to grow and improve in my information technology career. And most of all, I want to become the best version of myself. This is what my daily routine looks like. It may seem simple from the outside, but it carries a lot of meaning for me. Every small action, from reading a few pages of a book to solving a network problem at work, slowly shapes who I am becoming. I truly believe that success does not come from one huge moment. It comes from many small steps, repeated every day with care, focus, and patience. Even though I live alone, I do not feel lonely. My books, my work, my writing, and my dreams keep me company. Each morning gives me a new chance to learn, and each night reminds me to be thankful. This is how I live my days, reading, writing, helping others, and growing little by little. And this is how I continue moving forward, one day at a time. Now let us move on to Chapter 4, Hobbies and Interests. Everyone has activities they enjoy during their free time. For me, hobbies are more than simple entertainment. They help me relax, recharge my energy, and feel happy. They are an important part of who I am, and they bring balance into my life. After I finish work, or when I need a break from studying or solving information technology problems, I turn to the things I truly enjoy. The two hobbies I spend the most time on are reading and gaming. Reading is one of my favorite activities. I genuinely love books. Reading feels calm and meaningful to me. When I open a book, it feels like I step into another world. I can learn new ideas, experience different emotions, and sometimes even see life from a new point of view. Sometimes I read books about learning English. I like books that explain grammar, vocabulary, and real-life conversations in a clear way. These books help me become a stronger English speaker and writer. Other times, I choose stories or motivational books. I enjoy reading about people who refuse to give up, who work hard, and who change their lives through effort and persistence. Those stories inspire me deeply. They remind me that with enough time and dedication, almost anything is possible. Reading also supports my YouTube channel, Read and Learn English. Many times, when I come across an interesting idea in a book, it sparks inspiration for a new script. I think about how I can turn that knowledge into a helpful lesson for my viewers. Reading gives me understanding, and I enjoy using that understanding to support others. That is one of the main reasons I love reading so much. Of course, reading is not my only hobby. I also like playing personal computer games. Gaming is exciting and enjoyable, and it helps me relax after a long day. It feels like a short escape, where I can enter a different world filled with action, adventure, and challenges. I do not play for long hours. Most of the time, I play for 1 or 2 hours, usually in the evening or during the weekend. For me, gaming is one of the best ways to relax and recharge after a long day. It helps me release stress and clear my head. Some of the games I enjoy the most are Grand Theft Auto 5, Battlefield, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. These games are full of action and require strategy, which keeps them exciting. In Grand Theft Auto 5, I love exploring the large open world, completing missions, and driving through the city. Everything feels detailed and almost real, which makes the experience even better. Battlefield and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds are different, but just as exciting. These games push me to think quickly and work well with others. I have to stay focused, plan ahead, and react fast to changing situations. Playing them helps improve my concentration and decision-making skills. I also learn how to stay calm under pressure, which is very useful in real life, especially in my information technology job, when problems suddenly appear and need quick solutions. Sometimes, when I do not have much time, I play Mobile Legends on my phone. It is easy to pick up and fun to play for a short time. I usually play a few matches just to refresh my mind. It is also a nice way to stay connected with friends. We talk, laugh, and enjoy the game together. Even though we live in different places, gaming helps us feel close. Some people believe that playing games is a waste of time, but I do not see it that way. For me, gaming is a hobby that has real benefits. It helps me improve my focus, my ability to make decisions, and even my English skills. Many games use English in their menus, missions, and instructions. I read everything carefully and often learn new words or expressions. I also listen closely to how characters speak, which helps me with listening and pronunciation. So even while I am playing, I am still learning something. Both reading and gaming bring me happiness. They are very different hobbies, but they balance each other perfectly. Reading is quiet, deep, and thoughtful. Gaming is fast, energetic, and fun. Together, they give me a complete and satisfying experience. They help me stay creative, relaxed, and positive. Sometimes I think about hobbies I might explore in the future. Maybe I will learn how to draw, start a blog, or try making short films. But for now, I am happy with what I have. I feel lucky that I have found hobbies that truly fit my personality. These activities are not just ways to pass time. They are part of my lifestyle. When I talk to other people, I always encourage them to find something they enjoy, something that makes them feel alive. Life is not only about work or studying. We all need hobbies to stay healthy, balanced, and happy. Whether it is reading, gaming, painting, cooking, or taking walks in nature, hobbies are like small gifts we give ourselves. In the end, my hobbies help me stay balanced, support my learning, relax my mind, and keep me motivated to move forward. I really look forward to my reading time in the morning. And I also enjoy relaxing with games in the evening. That balance between learning and fun helps me grow and improve as a person. This is how I spend my free time, reading books and playing games. These hobbies may seem simple, but they give me calm, happiness, and fresh energy every single day. Now, let us move on to Chapter 5. Personality and feelings. If I had to describe myself using just a few words, I would say that I am calm, patient, and thoughtful. I do not like to rush through life. I prefer to slow down and think carefully before I speak or take action. I try to understand people and situations first, instead of reacting too quickly. This way of thinking helps me both at work and in my everyday life. I would also describe myself as a quiet person. I enjoy peaceful moments and silence. I am not someone who talks a lot, especially around people I do not know well. However, once I feel comfortable, I can be warm, kind, and friendly. I like real connections, not forced conversations. I enjoy listening more than talking. To me, listening is a powerful skill. When you truly listen, you learn more about people, their feelings, and their thoughts. I try to listen with respect and respond in a careful and thoughtful way. This is something I practice every day. At work, I take my responsibilities seriously. Working in the field of information technology means dealing with many problems throughout the day. I check networks, fix system errors, and help people solve technical issues. Some problems are simple, while others are complicated and take time. Still, I do not panic. I stay calm, focus on the problem, and work step by step until I find a solution. Many people at work say that I am reliable and someone they can depend on. Hearing that makes me feel proud and thankful. At times, I can feel a bit shy, especially when I am in a new place or meeting new people for the first time. It takes me some time to open up, but I am working on becoming more confident. This is especially true when speaking English. In the past, I was afraid of making mistakes. Now, I remind myself that mistakes are a natural part of learning. That mindset helps me feel more relaxed and confident. I also see myself as a curious person. I enjoy learning new things. It might be a new English word, a new tool in technology, or a life lesson from a book. I want to understand how things work and why they matter. My curiosity pushes me to read more, ask questions, and keep learning every day. It helps me grow, both as a professional and as a person. I enjoy spending time with books, not only for entertainment, but also as a way to improve myself. That habit is a big part of who I am. I always want to be a little better than I was yesterday. Emotionally, I am usually steady and calm. I do not lose my temper easily, and I rarely show strong emotions in front of others. Still, I feel things deeply on the inside. When something makes me happy, that feeling stays with me for the whole day. And when something makes me sad, I sit quietly and think about it. I do not cry very often, but sometimes there is a heavy feeling inside me, like a soft rain falling silently in my heart. I believe these emotions are important. They help me stay human, understanding, and kind. I care deeply about people, especially my family and my close friends. Even though I live alone now, my thoughts often go back to my family and their well-being. When someone I care about is struggling or feeling sad, I feel it too. I always try to help, even if it is only in a small way. I truly believe that kindness is a form of strength, not weakness. I try to speak gently and avoid hurting people's feelings whenever I can. I am also someone who likes order and organization. I feel comfortable when things are clean, tidy, and planned. I like to organize my day, set clear goals, and follow my routine as best as I can. This gives me a sense of peace and control. When my surroundings are organized, my mind feels calmer too. Of course, not every day goes perfectly. There are times when I feel tired or lazy, and I do not complete everything I planned. When that happens, I do not punish myself. Instead, I allow myself to rest and try again the next day. I believe balance matters. Working hard is important, but being kind to yourself is just as important. There are also moments when I feel unsure or a little lost. I sometimes ask myself questions like, am I on the right path, or am I really improving? These thoughts come and go, and over time, I have learned not to be afraid of them. They are natural. Everyone feels uncertain sometimes. When I feel this way, I remind myself of my goals, my dreams, and how far I have already come. I think about the challenges I have faced and overcome. That gives me the strength to keep moving forward. If I had to sum myself up, I would say I am a quiet but strong person. I do not try to show off, but I work hard. I may be shy, but I care deeply. I get tired sometimes, but I do not give up. I try to live with kindness, responsibility, and an open mind. I carry many feelings inside me, but I keep my heart steady and my focus clear. My personality is still growing and changing. Every day, I learn something new about myself. To me, that is one of the beautiful parts of life. We do not need to be perfect. We just need to keep improving. That is who I am, and that is how I feel. Now let us move on to Chapter 6, My Past. I grew up in a small village in Myanmar. Life there was simple and calm, but the village was not developed. There were no proper roads connecting us to the city. People traveled on dirt paths, and during the rainy season, it became very hard to go anywhere at all. Life moved slowly, and most families depended on farming to survive. My family was one of those farming families. We worked the land, and our main responsibility was growing rice. That was how we lived, day by day, close to the earth and close to each other. When I was a child, I watched my parents work hard in the fields every single day. Farming was never an easy job. It meant waking up very early and spending long hours under the hot sun. My parents usually got up before the sun came up. They prepared the land, planted the rice seeds, and later made sure the fields had enough water. Day after day, they took care of the plants until it was finally time to harvest. Rice was the main food for our village, and it was also how families earned money. At home, my parents also grew jasmine flowers. These flowers were very special to us. My parents took great care of the jasmine plants and treated them with patience and love. When the flowers bloomed, their smell was sweet and calming. I still remember the evenings after 7 o'clock. People walking past our house would often stop for a moment and talk about how beautiful and fragrant the jasmine was. Many said our flowers were among the best in the village. Sometimes I helped my parents pick the flowers carefully. It was simple work, but it made me happy, and I enjoyed those quiet moments with my family. My childhood was filled with small and simple joys. I played outside with friends, helped my parents when I could, and enjoyed the peaceful rhythm of village life. School, however, was not always easy for me. When I was in primary school, I struggled a lot with studying. I loved reading books, especially storybooks, but I did not do my homework regularly. Because of that, my grades were poor. At times, my teachers and parents felt worried about me. They wanted me to focus more and do better in school, but I had a hard time paying attention to my studies. Even though I did not perform well in class, I was still very curious about the world around me. One thing that truly caught my interest was computers. Even though computers were rare in my village, I felt strongly drawn to technology. I wanted to know how computers worked and how people used them. As I grew older, that interest only became stronger. After I finished high school, I decided to follow my passion for computers. I enrolled in a computer university because I wanted to learn more about this exciting field. At the university, I began with basic programming. The first language I learned was hypertext markup language. I liked it because I could create simple web pages and immediately see the results on the screen. When I built my first small website, I felt proud of myself. That moment gave me confidence and pushed me to keep learning. Later, I moved on to more advanced programming languages. I studied seriously and practiced every day. Programming was not easy, but I enjoyed the challenge. I liked solving problems and creating something new using code. Over time, I also became interested in computer hardware. I wanted to understand what was inside a computer and how all the parts work together. I learned about the processor, memory, and hard drive. Because of this interest, I took a CompTIA A+ course to study computer hardware and repair. This course taught me practical skills and helped me learn how to fix computers and handle technical issues. Then, in the year 2021, something unexpected and serious happened in my country. The military took control, and the political situation changed very quickly. Many schools and universities were forced to close, and the future became unclear for students, including me. Because of these difficult circumstances, I made the decision not to continue my university education at that time. That choice was not easy at all, but at that moment it felt like the right decision for me. Even after leaving school, I did not abandon my dreams. Instead, I looked for another way forward. I began working as an information technology help desk technician. In that role, I supported people with computer and network issues. I checked systems, repaired errors, and handled many different technical problems. Each day brought something new to solve. Some problems were simple, others were complicated. I actually enjoyed the work because it allowed me to use what I had already learned from university and my technical courses. It felt good to turn knowledge into real solutions that help people. At the same time, I carried another dream in my heart. I wanted to build something that could help people learn English. I knew from experience that many learners wanted to improve their English, but did not always have access to clear and simple learning resources. That is when I decided to start a YouTube channel called Read and Learn English. This channel became one of the most meaningful things I have ever created. I wrote my own scripts, recorded videos, and shared practical English lessons with people from different countries. The channel did not grow fast, but it grew steadily. Over time, viewers began telling me that my lessons were easy to follow and truly helpful for their learning journey. Hearing that made me very happy. Their messages gave me motivation and pushed me to keep going. I realized that I was doing more than teaching English. I was sharing knowledge, helping people feel confident, and creating real connections. That feeling gave my work a deeper purpose. When I look back at my past, I see many ups and downs. I struggled in school, faced challenges in life, and went through periods of doubt and uncertainty. But I also experienced moments of happiness, learning, and personal growth. My village taught me the meaning of patience and hard work. My family showed me constant love and support, even during difficult times. And my interest in computers and English gave me hope and a clear direction. One memory that always stays close to my heart is the calm evenings in my village. The soft smell of jasmine flowers mixed with the sounds of nature. Those moments remind me to stay grounded and thankful. No matter where life takes me, they keep me connected to my roots. At school, I learned more than just how to read and write. I learned about discipline, responsibility, and the importance of trying again, even when things feel hard. Although I was not a strong student in the beginning, I eventually understood that success does not come quickly or easily. It comes through effort, patience, and persistence. My time at university was also meaningful. It opened my eyes to the world of technology. I met new people, learned from teachers, and discovered new ideas. I saw how technology can change lives and create opportunities. Even though I was unable to complete my education there, I remain thankful for everything I learned during that time. The political events in the year 2021 were difficult for everyone. They reminded me that life is uncertain and sometimes beyond our control. In moments like that, we must adapt, stay strong, and look for new paths forward. Leaving university did not stop my journey. In many ways, it marked the start of a new chapter. What I am doing now, my job and my YouTube channel, represents both my present life and my future path. They exist because of everything I experienced before my childhood, my education, my struggles, and my dreams. Every single day, I use the lessons I learned growing up in school and at university to solve problems and support others. I truly believe my past shaped the person I am today. It taught me patience. It taught me the value of hard work and the importance of lifelong learning. It also showed me how to stay humble and kind, no matter the situation. No matter where life takes me, I try to remember my roots and keep moving forward without forgetting where I came from. My story is not finished yet. It is still being written. I have many goals and plans ahead of me, but I will always carry my past with me. The village, the scent of jasmine flowers, the difficult moments, and the small victories, all of them are part of my foundation. They give me strength and continue to inspire me every day. Now, let's move on to Chapter 7, Goals and Dreams. I have many dreams for my future. I believe that if I stay focused, work hard, and refuse to give up, I will reach them step by step. Nothing happens overnight, but steady effort always leads somewhere. One of my main goals is to grow stronger in my information technology career. I want to continue learning new technologies and improving my skills. I plan to deepen my knowledge in networking, computer security, and system management. I will take online courses, study books, and keep up with new developments in technology. In the future, I see myself becoming a senior information technology specialist, someone who can handle complex technical problems and help companies run their systems smoothly. At the same time, I want to continue building my YouTube channel, Read and Learn English. I plan to create more helpful and engaging videos for people who want to learn English. I will speak clearly, use simple language, and explain things using real-life examples. My dream is to reach thousands and maybe even millions of learners around the world. I want my channel to feel like a safe and welcoming place where anyone can learn English with confidence. I hope my videos will help people change their lives and give them the courage to speak English every day without fear. In the future, I also want to write my own English learning books. These books will be simple, friendly, and practical. They will include short stories, useful tips, and exercises that learners can practice on their own. I plan to publish them both online and as printed books. My goal is to support people, especially those from small villages like mine, who want to learn English but may not have access to teachers or classrooms. I want to make English learning easy, affordable, and enjoyable. Another dream I carry is traveling. I want to visit different countries to experience new cultures, languages, and ways of life. I hope to travel to English-speaking countries such as the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada, and Australia. I want to see how people live, how they communicate, and how they work. I also want to explore other Asian countries and learn from their traditions and lifestyles. Traveling will help me grow as a person. It will allow me to see the world from new perspectives and give me fresh ideas for my videos. These experiences will help me create better and more meaningful content for my learners. One of my most important goals is to support my family more in the future. I want to make sure my parents live a peaceful and comfortable life. I plan to help them financially and build a better home for them. They worked very hard to raise me, often sacrificing their own comfort. Now, I want to give back to them with gratitude, care, and love. I will never forget everything my parents did for me. Their sacrifices stay in my heart. Because of that, I also want to support my younger relatives in their education. If any of them want to study English or need help with learning, I will do everything I can to support them. Education changed my life, and I want to pass that gift on. Later in my life, I dream of opening a small English learning center in my village or in a nearby town. It will not be a fancy place. It will be simple, with books, computers, and free English lessons. Sometimes I will teach there myself, and other times I will invite good teachers to help. This center will be for students who cannot afford private classes. I strongly believe that education should be for everyone, not only for people with money. I want to give hope to young people in poor areas and show them that they can grow and succeed, no matter where they start. One day, I also hope to become a public speaker. I want to give motivational talks to students and young professionals. I will share my story, my struggles, and the challenges I faced along the way. I will talk honestly about how I kept going even when life was difficult. I want to speak in schools, universities, and public events. My goal is to inspire people to believe in themselves and to work toward their dreams with courage. Another important goal for me is to stay healthy and active. I want to exercise more, eat healthy food, and take care of both my body and my mind. When I feel strong and healthy, I can work better and help more people. I want to live a long life that has meaning. I also plan to practice mindfulness and keep a positive mindset even during hard times. In the future, I want to manage my money wisely. I will save, invest carefully, and plan my finances so I can live without constant stress. One day, I hope to buy a small piece of land or a home in a quiet, peaceful place. I do not need luxury. I want a simple life filled with peace and happiness. I will continue learning new skills, not only in information technology or English, but also in life. My biggest dream is not to be rich or famous. My biggest dream is to make a difference. I want to be useful. I want people to remember me as someone who helped others, shared knowledge, and gave hope. I want to live with purpose and kindness. When I think about the future, I see many things ahead. I see growth, learning, giving, and traveling. I see myself teaching, writing, speaking, and helping people. I truly believe these dreams can come true if I keep working with patience, care, and love. Now let us move on to Chapter 8, Talking in Conversations. When you meet someone for the first time, it is very important to know how to talk about yourself. In English, conversations often begin with simple questions like, "What is your name?" or "Where are you from?" If you can answer these questions naturally, the conversation becomes much easier and more comfortable. Let me share a personal experience. One day, I joined an online English speaking group. There were people from many different countries, including Japan, Brazil, Germany, and India. At first, I felt nervous and shy. But when the host said, "Let us introduce ourselves," I took a deep breath and began to speak. I said, "Hello, my name is Ang. I am from Myanmar. I work in information technology, and I also run a YouTube channel called Read and Learn English. I enjoy reading books and helping people learn English." When I finished, everyone smiled and said, "Nice to meet you, Ong." That small moment gave me confidence. I realized something important then. I did not need perfect English. I just needed to speak clearly, honestly, and with confidence. That is the key to good conversations. The questions people ask most often are very simple ones. They usually start with things like, "What is your name? Where are you from? What do you do for work? What do you enjoy doing in your free time? Do you have any brothers or sisters? Or what are your goals?" You do not need to give long answers. Short and clear answers are perfectly fine. For example, if someone asks, "What do?" you can answer, "I work in information technology. I help fix network problems and solve computer issues." If they ask, "What do you do in your free time?" you can say, "I enjoy reading books and playing computer games. I also like creating YouTube videos." If you want the conversation to continue, you can ask a question back. Simple questions like, "What about you?" or "How about you?" work very well. They show that you are interested in the other person. For example, you might say, I am from Myanmar. How about you, Emma? She might reply, I am from the United Kingdom. Then you can say, nice to meet you. That is how a natural conversation grows. If you do not understand something, do not feel embarrassed. It is completely okay to ask. You can say, sorry, can you repeat that? I did not catch that. Can you say it again, or what does that mean? Most people are happy to help. Asking questions is part of learning. Feeling nervous sometimes is normal. Everyone feels that way, especially when speaking a new language. You can prepare by practicing common sentences, such as where you live, what your hobbies are, or what your future goals are. You can also practice by speaking to yourself in front of a mirror or by recording your voice. Listening to your own English helps you notice areas where you can improve. It is a simple but powerful way to build confidence. In longer conversations, you can also share short stories. For example, you might say, when I was a child, I loved computers. That is why I studied information technology at university. Or, one day, I started a YouTube channel because I wanted to help people learn English in a fun way. Stories make conversations more interesting. People enjoy hearing real experiences. When someone else shares their story, listen carefully and respond with interest. You can say things like, wow, that is interesting. Really? That is cool. I understand how you feel. Or that sounds fun. These responses show that you are listening and that you care, and they make the other person feel comfortable. Being polite also matters. Simple phrases like, nice to meet you, thank you, and I am happy to talk with you, make a big difference. English is not only about grammar or vocabulary. It is about connection. When you speak honestly and from the heart, people can feel it. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. What really matters is that you keep speaking and keep trying. The more you practice, the better you will become. Talk with friends, join speaking groups, or even practice right here with me. Learning to speak English is like learning to ride a bicycle. At first, you may fall or feel unsure. But if you stand up and keep going, one day you will ride smoothly. So go ahead. Talk about yourself. Share your story. Ask questions. Make new friends. This is how we grow. This is how we learn. Thank you so much for watching this video on Read and Learn English. I hope my story helped you understand how to talk about yourself in English clearly and with confidence. Now, it is your turn. Try speaking about your own life. Use simple words. Talk about your name, your family, your job, your hobbies, and your dreams. Do not worry about mistakes. That is how learning happens. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Read and Learn English. I create more videos like this to help you speak English with confidence and meaning. Keep learning, keep practicing, and always remember this: your story matters. See you in the next video.